What I'm doing this afternoon is I'm gluing up Shetland chairs. So I have the front legs and rails that are glued up beforehand, and the back is all one piece as well. So it's just gluing the back and front together with the side rails. So you put glue in all the joints and all the mortises and over all the tenons. Don't want to put just too much glue in the holes. Depends if as long as there's enough extra depth in your hole, but if you put too much glue in your hole is quite a neat fit to the length of the tenon, then the glue could actually stop your joint from being tight, which would be really annoying. So I tend to make the holes a bit deeper so that won't happen. So that's the mortise done. You don't need just too much glue in the tenons because the joints are so tight that it all tends to squish at the top. So you want to try and push it down fairly evenly, because if you push down that side too far, it means on this side will be going in at quite an angle and it will be tighter. So it's fairly tight, the joints are tight. So I've got a rubber hammer here which is really good. Because you don't have to be afraid of marking the surface. Whereas otherwise use this one, it will leave a big dent. Sometimes you find it's actually better to put the clamps on, because it's like a sustained squeeze, not just a hit. So I gotta do that instead. So try and make sure it's sitting fairly flat before you begin putting on the clamps. And so I use cork, squares and 4mm ply. Because if you don't use that, then the jaws of your splash clamp will mark the timber. And you find even if you just use plywood, which is quite good, still can leave a mark on the timber. And cork is really good for just protecting the surface because it's got that sort of give to it. And really the whole point of it is just to speed up the next process, because if you've got marks, once you glue it up, then you've got to go in and clean them up again. And the reason that we oil it all first is that it makes cleaning the glue off easier as well. Because you find if you don't oil at all and glue up, then the excess glue can stain the timber. Whereas if you oil it first, then the glue comes off much easier because it doesn't really stick to an oiled surface very well. And so it just makes the whole process a little bit faster. And what you want to try and avoid as well, which I'll show you when I come around to that side, you don't want your sash clamp to the metal touching the timber, especially where it's glued. Because what that can do is leave a blue-black stain on the timber because the glue reacts with the steel. So what you want to do is make sure the clamp is just slightly off the leg and the rail. For the glue stain I was speaking about, but also that's too close. When you tighten up, it can also damage the surface, because sometimes the clamp will bend into the timber and that will scorch the fibres. What you'll find as well, there's quite a knack to actually clamping this up on your own, holding the clamp and keeping these 4 blocks in place and tighten up. And the way that I do it is that I'll show you this one here. I put 2 blocks on this side. So what I do is to get the clamp to the right position first. So there's that. So put these up to the face of this and hold it there. And this hand here then is holding this jaw tight to the timber, holding those 2 in position. Then I tighten this side up till it's almost the right size. And what you can do is you can hold these 2 in here and weigh your pinky and turn it so it's tight over your thumb and first finger. And it takes a bit of practice because it's a bit fiddly. And you will drop ones even when you're good at it, because it is fiddly. But that's how you do it on your own if nobody helps you. Okay, so that's that. Tight. Check inside and out that your joints are tight. Sitting flat on the table, which is good. I'm going to move this clamp up slightly because there's a slight gap at the top. It is slight, but hoping that by having the clamp slightly higher you can sort of manipulate what's going on. So that is kind of, yeah. Okay. So that's how you glue up a Shetland chair.